Tonight's homework is another practice of long division. So number 1, can 8 go into 6? No, so I need to think how many times can 8 go into 62? And it's 7, which is 56. And then if I subtract, I get 6, and I bring down my 2, and I start again. 8 goes into 62 again, 7 times, which is 56. And I just did that subtraction problem, so I know that it's 6. So my answer is 77. 6. I'm going to jump across. 5 can go into 9 once. 1 times 5 is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4, and I bring down my 0. 5 goes into 40 8 times, and 8 times 5 is 40. So I get 0, and I bring down my 4. 5 can't go into 4, so I have to put the 0. And then if you want the subtraction step, and then now that 4 is my remainder. So it's 180, remainder 4, but I need to make sure I have that 0, because 18 and 180 are very, very different. 3 goes into 6 twice, and 2 times 3 is 6. So then I bring down my 2 and I start again. 3 can't go into 2, so I put my 0, and I can just bring down my next number. 3 goes into 24 8 times, which is 24. So on this one, I have no remainder. My answer is 208. On number 4, 6 goes into 8 once, which is 6. And I subtract, I get 2. And I bring down my 8 to start again with 28. 6 goes into 28 4 times, which is 24. I subtract, I get 4. And I bring down my 8 to start again now with 48. 6 goes into 48 8 times, which is 48. And so I have no remainder, so my answer is 148. On the back, 4 can go into 7 once, and 1 times 4 is 4. And I subtract and get 3, and I bring down my 4, and start again with 34. 4 goes into 34 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. 34 minus 32 is 2. And then I bring down my 3 to start over with my new number. 4 goes into 23 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. And I'm left with a remainder of 3. So 185 with a remainder of 3. My next one, 7 can't go into 5, so I look into 7 into 59. And notice when I write this answer, it will be above the 9 spot. I leave this one blank, or I put the X or a 0 to remind myself. That way everything stays lined up. But 7 goes into 59 8 times, which is 56. And I subtract and I get 3. And then I bring down my next number, and now I'm all lined up to put my answer in the right spot. 7 goes into 39 5 times, which is 35, and if I subtract, I get a remainder of 4 because I have nothing else to bring down. My next two get a little bit bigger just to practice. 9 can't go into 8. 80. 8. And that's an 8, and then I bring down my 0, and I start again with 80 again. 9 goes into 80, which is 72, and I'm going to subtract and get 8 again, and then bring down my 0 again, and start over. 9 goes into 80 again, 8 times, which is 72, and my remainder is 8, with a remainder of 8. And for my last one, 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 3 times 2 is 6, so there's no remainder on that part. And then I bring down my 5. 2 now goes into 5 twice, and 2 times 2 is 4. And then I subtract 5 minus 4 is 1. And I bring down my 3 and start again with my new number. Now 2 goes into 13 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. I subtract and I get 1. And I bring down my next number all the way down and start again with my new number of 17. 2 goes into 17 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. And I subtract and I get 1. And I finally have nothing else to bring down. So my answer is 3,268 with a remainder of 1. Okay. I went through this a little bit quick. If you need to go back and pause it in between problems or try some, you can do that too. But that is our homework for long division.